Welcome back to Think Thrice Problem Solving. Today we're going to solve a really cool logarithm problem. So let's take a look at this one. Looks pretty nasty. If you want to give it a shot, go ahead and pause the video. Otherwise, we're going to jump straight into a solution here. Okay, so this is going to be a major lesson in log rules. So let's go ahead and get started. So we notice that I have log of 5 cubed plus log of 20 cubed. So is there a way that I can simplify this log of 20 cubed? So one thing I notice is that log of 20, so one of our log rules is if I have log of a times b, that's equal to log of a plus log of b. Okay, so log of 20 is the same as log of 5 times log of 4. So we're going to make use of that fact right here. So I'm going to rewrite my whole expression. So this is, I'm just going to leave this as log of 5 cubed for now. I'm going to rewrite my second expression as the log of 5 plus 2 log of 2. Our second log rule is that log of a to the b is equal to b log of a. So log of 4 is equal to 2 log of 2. That whole thing is cubed. And this is going to be plus, I notice that 8 is 2 cubed. So that's going to be 3 log of 2. And then 1/4 is 2 to the negative 2. So this is going to be times negative 2 log of 2. Okay, so I've put in some work already. So we've kind of see now that all of our solutions here are with regards to either log of 5 or log of 2. Okay, and why is that important? Well, it's important because log of 5 plus log of 2 is equal to log of 5 times 2, which is log of 10. And remember that these logs are base 10. So 10 to what equals 10? That whole thing is just going to be equal to the number 1. All right, so if I have log of 5 plus log of 2, it's going to be equal to 1. So I'm going to do a little bit of substitution here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say a is equal to log of 5, and b is equal to log of 2. Okay, a is log of 5, b is log of 2. So let's go ahead and do that substitution in here. And what we're left with is we're going to have a cubed plus a plus 2b cubed plus minus 6, sorry. So minus 6 times log of 2, which is b squared. Okay, so now let's go ahead and see if we can simplify this. So I notice I'm going to have some people shouting at me in the comments. So I know I can take an a plus b out of here, but I'm going to leave it in because that's how I did it originally, not noticing that, and the algebra was a lot cleaner than if I do take it out. Okay, so we can still do it, but I'm just going to do this in kind of how I think is the most intuitive way for the algebra. So if we go ahead and rewrite this, we're going to get a cubed plus this a plus 2b cubed is going to end up being a cubed plus 3 times a squared times 2b plus 3 times a times 2b squared plus 2b cubed. And then that whole thing is going to be minus 6b squared. Okay, so let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit. So I can see that I can rewrite this as 2a cubed. And then I have minus a few things here, but I'm going to go ahead and clean up the rest of this. So we're going to have plus 6a squared b plus 3 times 2 because 2 is getting squared, right here. That 2 is getting squared, so I'm going to have 12ab squared plus 8, because 2 is getting cubed, times b cubed minus 6b cubed, or 6b squared, sorry. All right, so now the question is, can I pull some a's plus b's out of these expressions? Okay, and the answer is that yes, we actually can. So let's go ahead and start that. So first I notice that a cubed is a squared times a, and right here I have a squared times b. So for 2 of those, I can pull out, so I'm going to get 2a squared times a plus b. But then I still have these 4 left over, so there's going to be plus 4a squared b. And I can do the same thing over here, so I notice that this is a times b squared, and this is b times b squared. So I can do plus 8b squared times a plus b. But then I have a few left over still. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those down. So I'm going to have 4 more. So I'm going to have plus 4ab squared. And then this minus 6b squared is still hanging out at the end. So I've done some work. So I notice that this is 1 and this is 1. So I've done a little bit of good here to get rid of some of our expressions. Okay, so we can do a little bit more here to clean this up. So first, I notice that I have 4a squared b plus 4ab squared. So a squared b is ab times a. ab squared is ab times b. And they both have the same coefficient there. So I'm going to combine the red and the orange. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bring down this 2a squared from here. And I'm also going to notice that 8b squared minus 6b squared is 2b squared. Okay, so then I'm going to combine my other terms, and I'm going to get plus 4 times ab times a plus b. That's coming from this guy and this guy. And once again, I have a little bit of simplification. So that a plus b goes to 1. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep doing the same thing we've been doing, because I think this kind of factoring is kind of fun. So I notice that this guy is a times a, and this guy is a times b. This guy is b times b, and this guy is a times b. So I'm going to take 2 different groupings. So this guy is going to get 2a times a plus b, and I'm taking 2 of those guys over there. But I'm also going to take this guy and have 2b times a plus b, and that's getting rid of the other 2 from over here. And once again, I get a little nice cancellation here. And this leaves me with 2 times a plus b, which is equal to 2. Okay? And that is going to be our final answer. So I know there are a bunch of different ways to factor out this a plus b. As I was working through it, I think this was kind of the funnest way for me to go through it. I enjoyed this the most, kind of pulling it out piecewise and seeing things kind of fall into place. But feel free to go ahead and factor it however you want. If you do go ahead and get rid of the a plus b up here at the top, then you're left with a cubed plus b cubed. And a cubed plus b cubed, you can take an a plus b out of that using long division, and then you can do some other work as well. But a bunch of different ways to go about it. No one right way. I enjoyed this one. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you have your own problem that you'd like me to work out, please submit it and you might see it in a future video. As you're working through problems and you start to get stuck, think once, think twice, and for the really hard ones, think thrice.